Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully set up our brand page, right? And also we get read all the data and visible it on here. But right now we don't have any data. So now I want to insert some of the brand data. And into the brand area, there have the two options. One is the brand name and also there is a brand image, right? And also I have created one of the database table as a brand. So now I want to insert this data from this page. So if you want to insert it, that is our portion I have already added in our page, that means in our index, right? So that is I have already loaded into the brand controller. So it will be loaded in our admin brand under the index. So that is the index blade. Here I want to insert it. So if you want to insert, like there is actually option for the form, right? So that is actually the form. So from here, there is one of the input field for insert that our brand name, another is for our image, that means the brand image. And after that will be as a add brand button. So when you click as a add brand button, then this form action will be executed. So for the reasons here, I want to create one of the route, and I just name it as a store, not the category. I name it as a brand. Okay, and method will be as a post. And here also one things I want to share with you, like here when you actually uploaded any images, then also here you have to add that NC type. Okay, so without NC type you cannot actually able to insert any data, that means the images. So I name it as a NC type, NC. So that will be as a NC type, make that sure you add it. And NC type will be as a multi-part and then form data. Okay, so make that sure you add that NC type, multi-part, form data, and also make that sure you add that CSRF token. So without CSRF token, it not should be inserted any data. So that is our route. So that is our store brand. So now we have to create this route in our route area. So now go to our route. So into the route, before I have already stored it, better I copy it. Okay. And this route will be as a post, right? So here I have already added that as a post method, and our route name will be as a store brand. I copy it. So I name this route as a store brand. And also it will be not the category controller, it will be as a brand controller. And here I name it as a whatever you want. So right now I want to actually change it. I want to make it as a brand add. Okay, brand. So that will be as a brand add. And then into the brand controller, I want to create one of the method. So here I name it as a store brand. Okay, that means the store and then brand. So I name it as a store brand. So now I want to create this method. I want to create this store brand method in our brand controller. So now go to our brand controller. So here, so after this method, I want to create another method. So here I want to create another one. It will be as a public and then function, and then our method name will be as a brand, that means the store brand. So into the store brand here, if you want to add some of the validation, which things I have already discussed about into the category controller, here you can see that is actually the validation. So if you want to add some of the validation, you can add it. Better I copy it. I copy it from our category controller into the brand controller. Here I paste it. So friend, I hope the concept is you already know about that concept, what exactly the things here I did on here. So first of all, there is our field name. So for the insert this data, I have already two of this field. One is the brand name, another is a brand image. So now I want to make it as a brand name. That means brand name will be as a required. So this brand name means that is actually our brand name field. So this will be required, and also make image will be required. I make it as a required, and this brand name will be unique. Okay, unique will be for our which table. It will be unique this brand table, right? So that is our brands table. I want to add it. And also there is a maximum character you can also assign. You can also make it as a minimum character. If you want to add that minimum, then it will be as a minimum. So minimum you have to add as a 4 character. Okay, so now I add this 4 character, and also I want to add another one. I copy it, I paste it. So also there is another field as a image, that means a brand image. If you want to add some of the brand image requirement, you can add it. And also here I want to make it as extension, because of all that is the image, right? So for the image, which extension you support, you can actually add it. So if you want to add that extension, that is a memes, so you have to add that memes, and here you that extension name I put as a it should be as a JPG or the JPEG. Okay, JPG will be supported, and also PNG will be supported. And also if you want to add that GIF, you can add that GIF. So right now it's totally perfect for me. So here that will be all that our image extension for our validation. Okay friend, and also here you have to if you want to display some of your unique name, you can also use it. Like here I name it as a brand, that means our brand name, and that will be as a required. So I make it as a required, and here it should be displayed as a please input brand name. Okay, it should be displayed its input brand name. And also if you want to display that brand name minimum category message, that means the minimum. So here I name it as a minimum. So minimum, when it should be add minimum, then it should be display another one, that means the brand longer, okay, longer than 4 character. So 4 characters. So this type of one of the validation, it will be display. Okay friend, so that is our validation part. So if you want to check it, I want to check it, like if you click as a save all, and now if you refresh it, now if you click as a add brand, and here you can see it's now showing as an undefined variable request, because of all I didn't add any request. So when you, as I told you before, when you add that any storage data, we have to pass that request, right? So I forget it, so it should be as a request. When you actually get any error, it's good, then every error will be very much easy to you, why exactly it's display that error. So here also request and the dollar request, so that will be as a dollar request, right? So make the sure you add it, and then our validation. Now click as a save all, go back, I refresh it again. Now click as the add brand. Yeah, you can see it's now showing our custom message as a please input your brand name, and is also showing as a brand image field is required. And also if you choose any image, like here I choose the PDF, that is the extension name as a .pdf. If you open it, and also if you add that Apple, and after that if you click as the add brand, now you can see it's now showing as the brand image must be the file of the type as a JPG, JPEG, and the PNG. Okay friend, that means our validation is now successfully working. So that is the validation I have added. So that is the validation he's perfectly getting. And also if you put that as a same character as a 3 character, okay, I put some of the 3 character on here. So here into the brand you have to minimum add the 4 character limit. And if you click as a choose image, I choose this one again, click as a add brand. Now you can see it's now perfectly visible. The brand name must be the latest at last 4 character. So that is our custom message. So that is actually our custom message is visible. I hope friend, a validation part is very much clear to you. And after that I want to insert this data. Okay, so insert this data means they have the 2 fields. One is the brand image, another is the brand name. So first of all I want to add that our brand image. So if you want to add that brand image after this, okay, here after this I take one of the variable and I just name that variable as a brand image, whatever you want. So right now I name it as a brand and that image, so that will be as a brand image. And here with this request we have to pass it. So with this request I want to pass, that will be our which format, that is our file type, right? The file format. So here I pass that our file, and file our field name. Our field name, I have already declared our field name as a brand image. So now I want to add that brand image. So friend, if you understand this part, that image portion will be very much easy to you. Okay, make that sure you understand everything. If you have any confusion, just let me know about it. So I just take one of the variable, and here I pass that our requested image. That means what are the images you choose from here. So that is our requested image, right? So this requested image, I take it with our this variable. Is that clear? So now I want to do, when any user actually choose any image, okay, like here, from here, if you choose this type of one of the image as a cake php.png, so I want to make this image will be as a unique. So if you want to make it as a unique, then I want to create some of the auto generated id. Okay, so that means here, if you want to create some of the auto generated id, then I take one of the variable, I name it as a name, and the generate. Okay, generate, that bit should be better. I name one of the variable as a name generate. And in Laravel, they have also one of the function as a hexdex. So hexdex. So here with this, I want to create one of the unique ID. Okay, I want to create one of the unique ID. So this unique ID I want to generate. Okay, so automatically the system will be generated one of the unique ID, and this unique ID I take it without this variable. I hope, friend, it's very much clear to you. And after this, I want to take another variable. I take it as an image underscore extension. That means here we need to add our extension, right? Extension means every images, like means here, if you go here, because every images, they have some of the extensions. Like you see, there is actually the extension, there's a jpg, there is a png, and also there is the png, and there is a jpg. So we have to actually get this extension. So if you want to get this extension, then you have to they have also another building command as a star to lower, and with this star to lower, here we have to add our this image name. So first of all, that will be our this image name. Okay, that means which image you actually uploaded from to this position. So here I take this image name, we take this with this variable. So in particular, that image here, which will be also get that extension, that means this image extension. So if you want to get that image extension, they have the default one of the function as a get client original extension. So that will be as a get client original extension. So make that sure spelling is correct. So that is our brand name, and then get client extension. Okay, so here that means that is our uploaded images, and also it should be get that this image extension. Perfect. So here I take it with our this variable as an image extension, and after that I want to add our generated code. That means it should be get our extensions, right? So now I want to actually combine two of this. I show you here. I take one of the variable as a image name. I want to create one of the unique name, right? As I told you. So it will be unique name will be our this. That means our unique code. So unique code will be concrete. So here I want to concrete it. I want to concrete it with the dot, and after the dot it should be concrete with our extension. That means that is actually our extension. Okay, friend, that means when you upload any image, from to this position, it should be created one of the ID. That means it should be created this type of one of the ID. So that is our generated ID, which I have already created with our unique ID. So it should be created this type of one of the unique ID, and after that will be as a dot. That means that will be as a dot, and after that that extension, if this image actually PNG, then automatically it should be as a PNG. Okay, so then it should be as a PNG, or if you uploaded any JPG images, it should be as a JPG. So it should be created this type of one of the image name. So that is our image name. I hope it's very much clear to you, friend. And after that I want to upload it. Okay, that means where you want to upload. So I take one of the another variable as a app, and the location. So app location means whatever the places you want to upload. So right now I want to do in our public. Okay, into the public I want to create one of the folder. And name it as image. And into the image folder I want to create another folder as a brand. Okay, I name it as a brand. So here all that our brand related image will be saved. So I want to add both of these. So here I want to add that first of all it should be as an image, and then I have created another folder as a brand. So that is our brand. Okay, make that sure you add this part. So whatever our unique image, that means this unique image name will be saved in our this app location. That is actually our app location. So now we have to set it. That means we have to set our this image. Okay, that means our main image, that extension image we have to update. So I show you, like here I want to take another variable as a last image. That means when it should be published, that means it will be saved in our this folder. Before save it should be, we have to add that our location. That means this location, it should be saved with our this extension. That means that is actually our image name we have generated with the extension. I take that things with this variable. That means here I save it. Okay friend, that means in particular this folder area, this image will be uploaded. So that is our location, and then concrete our this unique name, right? So it will be generated one of the ID and then the .png or .jpg. Okay, so that means that image extension. So with this format it should be saved in our particular this area. So that is our image brand folder, right? So I hope it's clear to you. So now I want to save it. That means here I want to take as a brand. Okay, brand image. So there is the brand image. So from here I want to move it. So it will be move. It will be move our which place. It will be move our this location. That means our app location. So here I add that app location with our specific image name. That means that is actually our image name, right? So now I want to actually, that means this one actually, the last portion, what exactly that we did. So here I uploaded both of this. Okay, that will be as a comma. So perfect. So that's all you have to do. App location and the images here I have to do. I want to actually add it in our brand images. So here it will be move perfectly. Perfect. And after that I want to insert this data. Okay, so here I insert our images. That means here I upload our images, and now I have to insert it. So I take our insert with using that Eloquent ORM. So brand, so brand, that is our brand model. So with this brand model I want to insert. So I want to insert this data. So here I want to insert all that our field name as a brand. So our brand underscore name. So that is actually our database, all that field. Okay, that means here database field, make that sure is appropriate as a brand name. So that is our brand name, and brand name will be our requested, that means our requested field data. So our requested field data, that means with this request I want to pass our requested data, that means our field name as a brand name. So now I want to add this brand name, right friend? And also here I want to add our image. So that means our database field name as a brand image. So I take it that brand image, and brand image will be what? Brand image will be our this last image, right? So here I have already uploaded it with a specific unique name. I take that things with this variable here. I want to pass it. So that will be our brand image. And after that I want to also, if you want to add that created ad, you can add it. That means our field name as a created ad. I want to add this field name as a created ad. It should be as a carbon. So if you want to use it as a, you have to use that carbon, right? So carbon, and then now that means when you uploaded that brand, then automatically it should be created this present date. So here we have to add it, and also make that you add that semicolon. So that's all you have to do. So if you use that carbon, you have to also use it, right? So here we have to use it. That means after this brand, so here I want to use that our carbon. So that is use into the illuminate. That means that is actually the illuminate. Okay, so with this illuminate here I want to use it into the illuminate, and then the support, and then our carbon. So that will be as a carbon. So make that sure you add it. That means you have to also use it. That is a carbon. Okay, and also I added our this one, that means our brand. Perfect. So friend, that's all you have to do. Okay, so when it should be saved, so if after that save, if you want to redirect to the some of the page, you can also return it. So better after this. Okay, after this I want to return, and then the return redirect with our same page as a back page. So back page into the back page with some of the notification I want to pass. So with, I think you already remember that part. Here I want to add on the ID as a success, and then here it will be display some of the message as a brand inserted successfully. Okay, so this type of one of the message it will be display as a brand inserted successfully. Perfect. And also make that sure here I did that work before wrong, so here make that sure you don't need to add anything. Okay, so that is actually our array, and there is a comma, and here we don't need to add anything. Perfect. And then the return redirect back with our success message. That means it will be return redirect to our back page. That is our last one. So here when it will be inserted successfully, it will be redirect our same back page, and here it will be display this message, right? So this message, first of all I want to check it into the index. Here, yeah, I display that our if condition for the success. If we get any success message, then it will be display this message, right? So friend, that's all you have to do. Okay, so now let's check this out. If everything okay, it should be insert this data. So we have already checked our validation. Our validation is successfully worked. Now I want to insert our this image and also insert our brand name. Now let's check this out. If you now click the save all, and now if you refresh it, and now I choose one of the brand name as a Apple, and for education purpose I choose one of the image as a right now this one. Open it. So that is our coordinator.php. Now click as a add brand. Yes, you can see friend, now it's successfully inserted this data. That means the brand inserted successfully, and you can see also it's visible because of all in our previous video I have already get all that our data, and here you can see there is a Apple name is visible. Image I didn't display any images, so that is our created is visible. If you go to our database, click as a browse. Yes, you can see there is a brand name, and also you can see friend, that is the image. So image folder, brand folder is created one of the specific ID. That means automatically generated one of the ID, and after that ID there is our extension, right? So that is the things I am talking about. It is automatically created one of the ID, and you can see when last it will be uploaded that file location, and that is our unique name. So that is the unique name, means that is our generated ID, and then dot, and after that dot that is our extension. And you can see that is our first of all that is our ID, and then that they have the dot, and after that there is extension. So if you want to check it, like if you go to our this folder, yes, you can see it's now successfully inserted this data in particular this folder. That means we successfully insert this data. So right now I want to actually add another one. I name it as Gucci. Choose for education purpose I'm actually using this image. Okay, I choose this one, click as a add brand. Yeah, our another brand is visible, and also it's display our message as a brand inserted successfully. So that is our another brand. And if you go to database, refresh it, and here you can see there is our another ID too. There's a brand, and there is a images. So now I want to do and actually visible this image. So that is I have already added in our index page. Go to our index page, into the index. So friend, here you can see from here I have already display all the things with our brands because of all from our brand controller. I hope you remember it. From here I get all that our brand data and take the things with this variable, and here I pass it with the compact in our index page, right? So then we for each it. So now that is our image. So into the image I didn't add it. So if you want to display that image, here you have to add as a asset. Asset means your main root directory. Okay, that means your project directory. So that will be as an asset. Okay, that means that is started from to your project directory. If you in Laravel, if you want to visible it, you have to add it as a project directory as with the asset. Okay, so with this asset I want to do right now, I want to display, I get all that our brand data and take the things with this variable. Because of all with this variable here I display our brand name, right? So now I want to display our another field name. So our another field, if you go to our database, another field name as a brand image. So now I want to display our this brand image. So here with this brand I want to display that brand image, brand underscore image. Okay, sorry, brand image. So now it should be display our brand image, and here also if you want to add some of the style for adding wide height for a specific this image, you can add it. So I make it as a style. Okay, I put some of the style, and here I want to add as the height. Height will be as a 40 pixel, and also I want to add some of the wide. Wide will be as a 70 pixel. Okay, so it will be as a 70 pixel. So that's all. Now our image should be visible. Now if you click as a save all, and now if you go your side and refresh it, yeah, you can see that is our Gucci, our product image is visible, and it's also showing as a created at, that means the created time, and also display the images and the created time. So here that is our images, and also I show our height wide. Perfect. I hope friend everything is very much clear to you. And now if you also want to add another one like as a test, okay, I make it as a test brand, choose the images. Right now choose this one, open it, click as a add brand. Yeah, our new brand is selected, and you can see there is a test, and also is get that our latest data that as a fast as a test, our images is visible, created that. If you go to database, that means our folder, here you can see it's now successfully inserted all that our images. Perfect. So friend, I hope you can well understand about it, how can insert some of the brand name with images. So, and also in our database we successfully insert this data, everything is now great. So next video I want to work for our edit. Okay, that means if you want to edit these images, that means if you want to edit this brand name, if you want to edit these brand images, how can do that work? In our next video I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.